Hi, this is Annie and I'm opening my clay store after 2 months. If you guys are new here, hey guys, I'm a cold porcelain clay artist. I make cute clay things to keep my inner child happy, and I also have a small business where I sell my handmade clay creations. Right now, I'm trying to take product pictures of the 3 new designs that I'm launching. So with a huge round of applause, please welcome. So let's just update the pictures on our website and then we can wait till 5 p.m. I am so freaking nervous as well as excited for this particular shop update. I keep thinking that what if I get like 0 orders, like I don't get any orders at all. That would be like so embarrassing, but I'm hoping that at least I will get like 3-4 orders. Like even if I get like 10 orders right, I will still be happy. Bro, it has been only like 10 minutes since I opened my orders and we have already received 30 orders, like 30 different orders, not even products, 30 orders. And most of them had like 2 or 3 items in each. Strawberry Cat is definitely going to be sold out super soon. We need a moment to process this, okay? I'm honestly so grateful. I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? So my initial goal was to get around like 100 orders within 1 week, and I was like, as soon as I get 100 orders, I will close my shop. We have crossed that in just 1 day, like it hasn't even been 1 day. So I think I'm gonna wait a few more hours, and as soon as it reaches 110 orders, I'm going to close my shop. So did I cry after yesterday's shop update? Of course I did not cry because I was sad or anything, but it was just a weird emotion, okay? I cried because I felt a really overwhelming sense of gratitude and also realizing the fact that all the work that I do is actually worth it. Whether it be me just editing videos late at night when everybody else was asleep, or me just trying to perfect that one particular charm design, or maybe it's me making a huge batch of cold porcelain even though I do not have any more strength left. Sometimes I truly wonder if anyone notices all the things that goes into this business. Does anyone even care about my art, or am I just pretending to be a really huge artist or something? You know, we all have these moments of self-doubt in ourselves, but when that shop update happened, guys, it was just a confirmation that yes, Annie, all the work that you do, it's actually worth it. People like your art, people wait for you to do shop updates. And even though maybe it's a small community of people, it's still a community that you built and who are here for your art. That is a huge thing, and sometimes I just completely forget about that. So that realization was something that made me cry actually. Hey guys, so I have been sculpting for the last 6 hours. I was able to make 6 strawberry cats and I was able to make 6 cookie bears. And now I think I truly deserve a break. Honestly, as a kid, I used to love reading so much. I used to go to library, borrow books, and I had the rush of completing it within 1 week so that I can return it the next week. But I think as I grew older, I just completely quit reading. But I have been trying to read again, and honestly, I love those type of books which are like visually very stunning, like the books that have a lot of illustrations and they have a really nice storytelling aspect. And that's why for Christmas I gifted myself this huge book. Firstly, look how stunning it looks. Like when I saw it, I knew that I had to get it. The Ultimate Guide to Rebuild Civilization is a perfect blend of storytelling and knowledge. Honestly, I never have liked encyclopedias because they just seem very boring. But this book feels like a personal diary. It narrates the story of the last surviving human who somehow escapes Earth's destruction. And then he starts writing about all the little things that makes humanity special. from all the greatest invention that we have ever had to the small little things that we often overlook. And it pairs it with really stunning visuals and cover topics like word, everyday life, military, industry, food, plant, optics, and so much more. So get this book, grab your evening coffee or tea, and make your evenings a little more cozy and gain insights about new things. I have made it my mission to read at least one page every single day, and this book has around 405 pages, so I am sorted for the new year. Although the book is so visually stunning that I just feel like reading the whole thing, this would be such a perfect Christmas gift for anyone who is into books. So if you want to gift this to someone for Christmas, then don't forget to use the link in my description to get some amazing discounts. Okay, back to sculpting. For the little strawberries on my strawberry cat, I have been using Jenna's air dry clay. It came in a package like this. You guys have been asking me for the review, so I honestly really like this brand. Any of those deeper colors like red, brown, black, or even sometimes yellow, I will be using Jenna's air dry clay, and it's a great way. You can definitely work with it. I think making dark colors with cold porcelain is one of the most difficult things. I think everyone who has worked with cold porcelain here will agree. It just stains your fingers and then it never becomes saturated. So just get yourself a pre-made package of clay if you need. So will the Jenna's air dry clay replace my cold porcelain? The answer is probably not. I still think homemade cold porcelain has the best kind of texture, but for smaller items I am definitely going to use it. Now here is one of the strawberry cats all made. You guys seem to love the strawberry cat both on my social media as well as on my shop update. So that was something I made first, but my personal favorite is the cupcake bara. It's basically a capybara holding an orange cupcake. Now it wasn't the best seller of the shop update and honestly doesn't seem to be that popular on my social media as well. Like the video where I showed how I made this capybara has so much less views than the other charms I have made. But as I said, this charm is one of my personal favorite. Maybe because the expression is like so nonchalant and like so unbothered. It represents me, to be honest. Although I wouldn't lie, this was me touching clay after like 2 months. So I kept my shop closed for the whole September because I was continuously glazing charms and then simultaneously packing them for their forever homes. And then we had Durga Puja and then we had our vacation planned. So it was just a hectic 2 months where I did not touch clay at all. So this capybara turned out a little wonky, I wouldn't lie, but it's okay. We can fix it. I honestly cannot believe that this is my life now. Like, I am sculpting these tiny pieces for a living. Like, that's a dream come true. I've always wanted to live a life like this, but also I have seen the struggles of it, but the joy of earning through your art is something that is way above all this. So I'm gonna continue as long as I can and until I'm rich enough to open a bakery in Darjeeling.